is coming to an end, which means it's time to look back and see which games made their mark on 2018. In reality, all of these games deserve a spot at the top. But since it's a top 10 list, this isn't an option. So here we go, our picks for the top 10 games of 2018. We waited a long time for the release of Monster Hunt World, and when it came out, we were not disappointed. The game delivers the ultimate hunting experience, and as you follow the Elder Dragon through a brand new part of the world, you'll experience an adventure of a lifetime. The transition between zones is smoother than in previous games, and you're no longer bothered by a loading screen. And on top of it all, you can get a cool new slingshot with different types of ammo, one of which can distract the monsters with noises.
No
Forza, an open-world racing game, is at it again, and its first big update left us stunned. Dynamic season changes. The updates make the game and its location, Great Britain, come to life, and like in past games, you can adventure alone or with friends. On your adventure, you can collect and modify over 450 cars. Not into that? Don't worry, because the game has a lot more to offer, ranging from extreme racing stunts to exploring the vast terrain. The online multiplayer mode lets you play with up to 72 players on the Xbox Live servers. What more could you want from a racing game?
Archers, we need you! Archers, ready!
Assassin's Creed Odyssey is on its way to becoming a legendary part of the series, and the journey we took while playing it left us breathless. During your adventure, you'll expose the secrets of your character's past and change the destiny of Greece. Odyssey focuses more on the role-playing than previous games did. It has multiple endings, and whether you choose Alexios or Cassandra, it's totally up to you. The game uses a skill tree system which makes you unlock new abilities. You can develop the Hunter abilities, which improves your archery skills, the Warrior abilities, which promotes fighting, or the Assassin abilities, which concentrate on stealth. And if that isn't enough for you, we get to battle on ships again and make the Aegean Ocean a little less safe. It shouldn't be a surprise that this game made our top 10 list. Was it just us, or did the game remind you of an incredible movie that is yours to play through? A Way Out is a co-op adventure game starring Leo and Vincent, two men who don't know each other but need to work together regardless of the situation. Your mission is to help them break out of prison together, and we bet you can imagine how action-packed this game is. Hidden passages, hand-to-hand combat, dangerous gunfights, and intense chases. It has it all. But what we really loved about the game was how it progressed. We got to learn more about Leo and Vincent, including who they are and who they love. This helped us experience the story more naturally and intensely.
I love you, buddy.
Vincent, what are you doing here?
She's my daughter, too. See? Problem solved.
Come on, Leo!
Wander, a lonely young man, goes on a long journey to a foreign land with his horse Argo. He is on a mission to save the life of a girl who is going to be sacrificed. Does this plot sound familiar to you? It should, because we're talking about Blue Point Games' Shadow of the Colossus, the game that got a lot of gamers excited this year. The game made our top 10 list for its big emotions, fantastic graphics, and lovable characters. It was a challenge to overcome 16 powerful monsters with only our senses, a loyal horse, a magic sword, and a bow and arrows. But we did it, venturing into a forbidden land to defeat one Colossus after another. And it goes without saying, this game is packed full of action. It's definitely worth the play. We find ourselves in the metropolis of Detroit in the year 2038, a city that was able to come back to life through the integration of highly developed androids whose purpose is to serve humankind. But all of that changes rapidly. In this game, you play as Marcus, Connor, and Kara, and experience how the pretty new world declines into chaos. The storyline of the game depends on the decisions you make, which includes a variety of alternative endings. We won't give too much away, but we promise you that this game takes you on exciting adventures that will move you.
Find your way home.
He's angry, hairy, and has the body of a Greek god. This is the best description of Kratos. After his expedition of vengeance against the gods of Olympus, Kratos is now living in the world of the Nordic gods and beasts. He doesn't just need to fight for his life in the mercilessly tough world, but he must also teach his sons the rules of survival. You should be expecting teeth-grinding fights and epic boss encounters. There are also moments where you have to fight with the Greek gods, since they now know Kratos destroyed Olympus and they're worried about themselves. Let's be honest, a top 10 games of 2018 without Lara isn't a real top 10. In Shadow of Tomb Raider, Lara has to maneuver through a deadly jungle, survive horrible dungeons, and we experience her darkest hours. She has only a little time to save the world from the Mayan apocalypse, and at the same time, she has to fulfill her own destiny and become the Tomb Raider. Can you guys believe this is the 12th installment of this series already? By the way, the game is also nominated for a Game Award for the Best Action-Adventure Game of the Year. After 8 years behind the mask, Peter Parker has become an expert on fighting crime. This game proves that we're no longer dealing with an insecure boy. On the contrary, we get to see a confident, new and improved Spider-Man. This means quick fights, perfect acrobats, and the game has much better fluency than its predecessor. This Spider-Man is no longer an amateur. He is the strongest you have ever been able to play. This game really makes you feel like the most popular hero in New York City.
Listen to me. We don't want to kill any of you.
I bet you guys already knew we'd put RD-R2 on the first place, right? The setting in this game takes place in America in the year of 1899. The end of the Wild West era has begun and law enforcement are hunting the last surviving outlaw gangs. Whoever fights back and doesn't give in gets killed. That's how things are in Red Dead Redemption 2. Not exactly the prettiest outlook. After a failed robbery attempt in the city of Blackwater, Arthur Morgan and the Van der Linden gang are making their escape. Bounty hunters and federal agents are after them, and the gang must steal and fight their way through America in order to survive. The game graphics are breathtaking too. They have received so many nominations that we are sure Red Dead Redemption 2 will appear in every list of top games of 2018.
I know that.
And What were your top games of 2018? Let us know in the comments below.